Global Challenges, highlighting technologies, helping people. This week, simmering sun. Solar power heats things up in China. Nightlight. An alternative to kerosene brightens lives in India. And winging it. Solar panels are key to a Swiss aviator's dream machine. These are the Global Challenges. Up next on CNN.
Welcome back. A desire to raise awareness about alternative energy has one Swiss adventurer acting on impulse, quite literally. Juliet Linley reports.
This is a man who feels at home with his head in the clouds. After all, Bertrand Piccard made history in 1999 by circumnavigating the globe non-stop for the first time in a balloon. Today, the Swiss adventurer has another dream.
I would really like to use adventure and exploration to raise enthusiasm in the public in favor of renewable energies and sustainable development.
To do that, Piccard and fellow team member and flying enthusiast André Boschberg will attempt to fly around the world in a solar-powered plane, each flying solo but taking on different legs of the journey.
The goal is to show that with very high tech, with a lot of innovation and scientific research, you can find new solutions for the future. And this is really important because then it can be implemented for the car industry, for the heating industry, for the transport industry, for everything.
This is the nerve center for his dream, the Federal Institute of Technology in Lausanne, Switzerland's equivalent of MIT.
Okay, good.
Piccard and his team have been working on this project since 2003. They call their flyer Solar Impulse, and it's gaining momentum. They say construction of a prototype will begin next year. Many of the details of its design are being kept under wraps, but these are the things we do know. The wingspan is expected to be as long as 80 meters to offer maximum surface for the solar panels and minimum drag. Lightweight batteries will ensure enough energy for night flights. The Solar Impulse prototype is scheduled to take flight in 2009. Knowledge gained from the test flights will aid in the construction of the final plane. The flight around the world is now expected to take place in 2011. A far-off deadline because the technology doesn't exist yet. But researchers are working hard on getting Piccard's plane off the ground. The secret, engineers say, is in the material.
You can see it's like a honeycomb structure in which the material is in between the two composite layers.
They plan to use a composite similar to the one they developed for Linley, the yacht that landed Switzerland its first victory in the America's Cup in 2003.
So here you can see this type of composite material that is used for boat structures like the Linley boat, but also in airplane structures.
It feels quite light.
It's very light, but you think this is light. If we look now to the material that have to be used in the solar impulse, we are down to maybe 20–15% of the weight of this structure.
Researchers say one of the biggest challenges will be to build a plane that is stable and solid, yet light enough to fly above the clouds where the sun shines.
Well, it still works, but I don't think it's the type of equipment we'll have for the Solar Impulse.
Another challenge for scientists, making sure the two pilots, who will each be alone in the cockpit for days on end, will not fall asleep. For that, researchers hope to adapt the technology used by these flying robots weighing less than a sugar cube, which are able to make decisions based on movements they detect.
We are going to design a new type of jacket that will be put the pilot and the airplane into a sort of symbiosis. The idea is that this jacket will record a lot of data continuously from the body of the pilot and will try to tell the pilot whether he needs to sleep, whether he needs to wake up, and whether he's cognitively fit, so he's able to take decisions to drive this machine.
To keep the plane flying, the pilots will have to consume energy wisely. By making stopovers in every continent during the pioneering flight, the Solar Impulse team hopes to generate international debate on using the Earth's resources wisely.
The pilot of the airplane needs to save his energy and needs a very, very high technology to be able to fly through the night with the energy that was stored the day before in order to wait for the next rising sun and continue his flight. And the citizen of the planet needs also to be really good in managing his energy and invent new technologies, otherwise he will never give the planet to the next generation before a major disaster.
But making the plane fly will take more than just goodwill.
You can picture the cost of the project with about this kind of plane. So basically, the development and the missions will cost an average to high-level business class private jet. So more or less about $50 million.
So corporate sponsors, the European Space Agency and donors of every kind are being mobilized.
Clearing the skies completely of regular aircraft isn't the realistic goal of Solar Impulse, nor does the adventure end once the solo round-the-globe flight takes place. Piccard says as soon as he lands, he wants to get his team immediately working on creating a two-seater jet like this one, hoping to find politicians brave enough to go up in the sky with him to see how serious he is about clean energy powering the planet. Juliet Linley for CNN, Lausanne, Switzerland.